Hello and welcome back to Retrotainment Recast. Here we are, and my God, do we have a great film here today? We have Greg, the reigning, defending, absolute dominant champion.
The best in the business.
Then we have Mr. King himself.
The people's champion.
Controversially, I'm not being bitter whatsoever, but controversially won last week.
To be fair, it wasn't that much controversy considering he won in normal time. He chose to gamble it.
Yeah, I had the balls to do that.
But they were very dodgy decisions.
And also there was the first time that's happened on Recast where I actually changed from the pick that I had.
Yeah, that was not good. And it would have to be on my one when I win, wouldn't it?
I'm sorry, but Ted absolutely nailed that one.
That's fair. What we have here today, lads, today is an absolute iconic film from Tarantino. It's our second Tarantino flick that we've recast.
And the first since the first episode.
The first episode. Now we're going to Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Such a film. Such an absolute film. And one of the hardest things we had to do was only recast 7.
Yeah.
To be fair, more. Nine you would have had to have either the DJ or the cop, and Mr.
Blue.
Mr. Blue was in it for about 8 seconds.
Yeah.
True.
So then you would have taken Mr. Blue out, put the cop and the DJ in, and the DJ is only a voiceover.
But sure, as Ted says, that's not important, you know.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, so you would have had to put Blue in, and you would have had to put the cop in. And they could have been anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I love this film, and I'm not going to make it easy for you, so I'm going to jump right in and make you choose a real difficult one.
Do you want to order?
Jesus, I completely forgot that. Yes, send in the pics, Jesus. Send in the pics.
Bear with me 1 second.
Getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself.
Sorry, lads, hang on.
Oh, he's cheating.
I'm not cheating. Shut up.
You sent that to me directly, and anyway, Greg, so it's all good. I know you didn't even put it in the group.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, Ted sent you his ones.
He did, yeah. Ted sent them in.
So yeah, as we're going on, even if you read out Ted's ones just so everyone else can see.
I will indeed.
Yeah.
This is probably the one I'm happiest with, but I'm starting off with first for myself. We're going to start off with Joe.
Ooh. Big Joe.
Champion. Big Joe. The man with the plan.
Champion first, yeah.
Champion.
Oh yeah. I was only saying to Carl before we came on, obviously we didn't give each other the picks. I think Keitel would have been a great move to go in here as Joe, but I went against that. I went to someone that I think I've used as a backup once and never actually used him. I went to Chris Cooper here.
Chris Cooper? Okay.
Yeah. Very good actor.
Well, what's he in again? Remind me, just. I'm sure I know.
What would you know him from? Chris Cooper. Let's see.
Oh, you do know Chris Cooper. Trying to think. American Beauty, October Sky, Born Identity, Sea Biscuit. Yeah.
Interesting.
A Beautiful Day. Yeah, The Patriot.
That's right. Yeah, no, I just looked his face there. Yeah, not bad. Do you want me to go?
Yeah, good.
So, I mean, you could have really picked a lot of people for him for Joe with the let's go to Wake, that kind of thing, you know. But I went with a guy who is he's around the same age as Tierney that played him. I went with Jonathan Banks, Mike from Breaking Bad. Yeah, that's who I went with.
Perfect. Any rebuttal there, Greg?
No, I did look at Banks, but the first thing that pops up when I put his name in is that he is to announce his retirement from acting.
But he hasn't yet.
He hasn't yet.
Oh, there was no date on it. Once I seen that, I was like, that'll do. No, that's a good show. I like Jonathan Banks. I like Cooper better though.
I will say, and I would definitely wouldn't have gone with Ted's anyway. he went with Charles Dance. I think he's just a little bit too old.
Oh, yeah.
That's my boy, but not today.
Yeah, I like Charles Dance, but I think he's just a little bit too old.
Yeah.
My backup here was I went a little bit left field for a backup, and I went with Abdul Mateen
Good actor.
as a backup.
Good actor.
Okay.
I think he's a great actor, but decided to go with someone who's already been picked here today.
Oh,
It's Jonathan
I did
Banks.
go with Jonathan Banks.
Yes. Get in.
I think he'd be great for it. Maybe
Yeah.
when I was trying to recast him, I did go for the bald guy, but I was just like, I think
I don't know. I think
I
it's.
think Jonathan Banks.
Yeah, he
is,
has that that aura. You know, he has that
does,
aura
yeah.
about him.
And I think he's the first time being chosen on recast.
Yeah. Well,
One
the first
film.
I can remember, anyway.
One
Yeah, I
film
don't
and then he
remember
gets a
anyone
third.
choosing. Here we go. What a way to go out. What a
I
way
think
to
he's
go out.
finished. I think he's finished now, though, isn't he? With the end of Better Call Saul.
Oh yeah. That's done now. So.
Most likely, yeah. That'll
Yeah.
probably be his last.
Mm.
Will we go with Brown?
That was Quentin, wasn't it?
Yes, originally Quentin
Tarantino,
Tarantino. No, this one wasn't the easiest one to go for.
No.
I found this one quite easy.
But he doesn't have a huge part in it either, really.
No.
You know. So you're
his most memorable thing is the like a virgin.
Yeah.
You know, just talking about like a virgin. You know, that's
The joke.
Yeah. I have to say, he always gives himself memorable roles, doesn't he?
Well, he writes it himself, so
I know,
imagine he does.
Like they're never like
Bar
Dust Till
Django.
Dawn. You know? Oh yeah, Django, yeah.
Although
Yeah.
Django's one of his better movies, but his role in
It's his
Django's
worst
terrible.
role.
My favourite movie of Tarantino was Inglourious Bastards. I fucking love that film.
You're preaching to the choir, my friend.
Oh, so good.
Nope.
Every
not for me,
character.
lads.
Inglourious Bastards. I thought it was I didn't think that Pulp Fiction would ever be beat.
Well, there you go.
Inglourious Bastards did it.
It didn't beat it for me.
I love that.
It's second for me.
What's yours, Reservoir, isn't it?
No, Pulp Fiction.
Really? I'm not a huge fan of Pulp Fiction, I have to say.
I'd go Pulp Fiction, Inglourious Bastards, and then this.
I go this and then Reservoir.
Yeah, it's Inglourious Bastards, Pulp Fiction, probably Reservoir then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd actually
And
probably
so
have
on and
Django
so
as number
forth.
3, actually.
Oh no, Django could beat
Yeah.
Reservoir.
It's very
Might beat
good.
Reservoir.
Anyway,
I love Tarantino. In college, I had a thesis to do, and I chose it.
yeah.
And I chose to argue the fact that Tarantino was a genre of his own.
Wow.
That was my thesis.
Yeah, I said this. Someone said it when they were making Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right? No other director on the planet could shut down Hollywood Boulevard to make a movie.
Possibly true, yeah.
Look,
Maybe. I don't know.
don't care who it is.
Maybe
Spielberg.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength here.
I have,
It
yeah.
looks like it.
You getting worried, Greg?
No. I have
He's-
a couple of absolute belters in here.
yeah, but so do I. So,
Oh, King.
Right.
What do you have for Mr. Brown?
okay, so I had I don't normally do backups, so I have a couple of backups in this one. My first backup is a younger actor, similar to the age that Tarantino was. I went with Pete Davidson as my backup. I think he'd have the energy that Tarantino can bring. But the guy I went for was Bill Hader. I know he's a bit older, but I could see him, telling that story, So,
You might as well write that down in a point apiece then.
did you go with Bill Hader?
Bill Hader.
Yeah.
Did you have any backups?
Nope.
Oh, right. Well, it's a point apiece then, because, he's both chose
Them's
Bill
be the
Hader.
rules.
He was my backup. And, favor or not, Pete Davidson was the guy I went with.
I have to be honest. This episode was so it was so enjoyable for me to recast because I was like I could actually see these guys in this fucking film. And so I really enjoyed this one.
As much as I like Bill Hader, I was just like, I want to go for more of a comedian. And it's not just
Pete's a good show, actually.
Yeah.
You could picture him. And he's like, contrary to belief, he's actually a decent actor.
Yeah.
But like you could see that scene, when he's in the car and he's dying. He's like, I'm going blind here, man.
Yeah.
He dies, and you're like, the fuck?
Who
I
was
think-
it?
I think either way, we're going to have a really strong recast. I just getting that vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know this actor who Ted chose, or it's not coming to me right off. Jamie Campbell Bower.
Oh, is it your man that?
I have to look it up.
Oh, was it your man from It? No. Yeah, he
Oh
was.
no, it's your man from Stranger
No, it's not.
Things.
It's
He was
Stranger
the young
Things,
flit.
not
He
It,
was the young flit in Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, he was. He was
Yeah,
Vecna in Stranger
He's
Things.
Vecna, yeah, in Stranger Things.
Yes. No, I
Spoilers,
wouldn't.
whoever hasn't watched
Don't know
Stranger
about him.
Things. Ted would have been last so far if this was
I'm
triple
sorry.
threat.
Stranger Things is over now. It's this time.
Overtime,
Right
baby.
tomorrow, yes.
Cannot wait. Cannot absolutely wait.
Aye, that's 2-1 to me at the moment. You're up.
2-1, 2-1. Who do we go with now? I think we might go with the only survivor in the movie. The only guy who survives.
Mr. Pink.
Mr. Pink.
Oh,
What a random person to survive.
I know,
Oh yeah.
but when it was good though. When you look at the whole concept of it, you just see him slinking out the door. I think it's brilliant. I was only saying off camera, Carl. Sorry, I was only saying off camera. I think this would be a great film to see on stage. I think it lends itself very well to a
100%.
stage
That's why he
production.
shot it, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
fantastic.
did you hear he said he wasn't going to do it, but Tarantino did come out and say that he was thinking for his 10th and final film that he might actually remake Reservoir Dogs.
No way.
No,
Let's
he
send him
came
this
out-
Hire the
list.
boys to recast it.
He did say he's not going to do it, but that was one of his ideas that he was going to do was to recast it.
I'd love to hear him recasting it now. Actually, just even
Yeah,
hear him
great,
saying
imagine.
that. Oh, whose forces?
Mr. Pink, the champ.
Oh, go on, champ.
Going all trusty and true here and going Sam Rockwell.
Oh, of course you are.
Perfect.
For Mr. Pink.
I had my backup was Bill Skarsgård, but I don't really want to put him in. I don't think he suits the role. And Sam Rockwell is a far better actor.
Sam Rockwell's a great actor.
Hmm.
Can't deny it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I had a backup, and that was, of course, you have to. Michael Pena was my backup,
No.
but my pick
No.
was your backup, and that was Bill Skarsgård. I do actually think he'd be very good at that.
Right. I'll tell you Ted's first, and again, I'm sorry, Ted. I know you're going to be rewatching this, but I've in every single one of them so far, I'm going with the other two lads above your pick. I think they're going to agree with me here. He went with Chris Evans
Oh no,
For Mr. Pink?
for Mr. Pink.
no.
No.
Yeah, sorry, Ted. I did go a bit left field on this one. I went with Lakeith Stanfield.
Lakeith Stanfield. What's he in?
Sorry to bother you. That would probably be his biggest. He's a very good actor.
Oh, I know him. Yeah. When I see the face, I know him.
Yeah.
You know.
I
Interesting.
think Lakeith would do that very well.
I-
Wanted
I've
diversify
seen one movie he's in.
the cast as well.
2, 3. I've seen a couple of movies actually that he's in,
Yeah,
but I wouldn't have known who it is without looking it up. Not
Yeah.
a clue.
fair. He's building his name, and he's been.
Right.
I think he's been Oscar nominated already as well.
Okay.
Sorry. So we have. Sorry,
Sam
Rockwell and Skarsgård.
Rockwell and Skarsgård. I'm gonna have to even it up.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll have to even it up there. Rockwell,
why is that now?
because he plays
Better
that
actor.
squirrely good character better. I think,
Mm.
and that's what
And he's-
Buscemi does fantastically, and he does it in this movie
Yeah.
very well. And
This is probably his best
Rockwell
role
played
doing that.
It is his best
Rockwell
role.
will play that very, very well as well. It's just
Yep.
where
To be fair,
where
he is a better actor as well.
he is. He is.
Cool.
Right, so we have orange, white, blonde, and nice guy. We have to go with
Surely
nice guy
have to-
Eddie, don't we?
I was going to say, surely we'd have to be nice guy Eddie.
Has to be
Yeah.
nice guy Eddie. Yeah.
So it's me now, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had a backup, and I'm just exactly very happy. This was the very first name that I had when I was thinking of recasting anyone. The backup just for the laugh was Jesse Plemons, but Jonah Hill is absolutely nice guy Eddie.
Might as well call that 3-all.
You know what? For once, Ted, you would have gotten a point.
Woohoo!
All four of us went with Jonah Hill.
The clean sweep is in. I know, it's perfect. Like, you could picture him in the tracksuit, and it's literally
Yeah.
how explosive his character is in this is the way he plays Wolf of Wall Street.
Absolutely.
Right.
Radio.
Nice quick 3-0 with 3 to go. So we have
Not often you can have a 3-all with 3 to go.
yeah.
That's used with your weird rules, you know.
Orange, white, and blonde. Orange, white, and blonde.
They're all quite important in the film.
Oh yeah.
One man out of these 3 steals the show, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely steals the show.
We go blonde.
Oh,
And this is the man that steals the fucking show.
He does steal the show, but you know the other two are probably in it more.
Oh yeah, absolutely, but absolutely steals the show.
I'm glad the champ's going for this one first.
Yeah. Right.
Movements. Lots of little movements.
This here, I had 2 names for.
Ditto.
The backup I had was John Bernardo, who
Ooh,
played the
good choice.
Punisher.
Yeah.
And my first pick is Chris Evans. Watched him in The Grey Man.
The Grey Man.
And he's-
Yeah, okay.
You can see that scene, you know, when he's grabbing your man by the ears.
Yeah.
And I was like, obviously, Michael Madsen cut your man's ears off, and you could see him being like, I was only saying to Carl before here, I'm sorry, if you haven't seen this movie by now, you can fuck off if you think this is a spoiler. Like, if you're watching this, right, and you know there's a cop in the shop, right, and I know you've already seen Roth being a cop at this point, but he's the one that most looks like the cop.
That's true, yeah.
Well, who do you go with here?
So I didn't go for backup because I was quite happy with this, and I went with Greg's backup. That was John Bernardo. So he was I think he would, because he's a very good actor, and he can play it. I know he's generally a kind of an angry guy, but I can see him playing that sinister.
Oh, that's the one argument I'd make to that is Michael Madsen's character is too slick.
Yeah, but I can see Bernardo doing that though. I can.
You can't see him do it. I can't see him doing it because I haven't seen him do it in anything.
I can
Look at him as Shane in Walking Dead. He was still
Angry.
a horrible cunt. Yeah, I mean, Michael Madsen only explodes when the lads leave. And have you seen The Grey Man?
No, I haven't seen The Grey Man now. So.
Check out The Grey Man.
You'll completely understand why.
Yeah,
That's why I was
that
really
and,
surprised.
What was the other one? Knives Out.
Yeah, that's why I was completely surprised with Ted going with Evans for Mr. Pink.
Yeah.
I think he must have made a mistake with that.
Possibly because his Mr. Blonde was Ewan Rowan or Ramsay Bolton in
No.
Game of Thrones, I guess.
No, he definitely made a mistake. He's definitely made a mistake on that.
You hope so.
I fucking do.
I had 2 picks for this.
Is it both of the picks that we had?
No, neither.
Oh.
My backup was, and there's a reason why it's my backup, even though I think he would do it well because of the explosiveness, is why I was doing it. I went Daniel Kaluuya.
No. Don't like
which
that.
is why it's my backup.
Mhm.
I like Kaluuya, but no team there.
But I think I kind of nailed it with my pick. Just because with the age and the gruffness and, yes, slickness as well. I went with Ben Affleck.
What
I
do you
thought
mean the
about
age?
Huh?
The age. Madsen's 35.
In the
he
film.
he looks an awful lot fucking older.
He was
30
35, yeah.
35 when he made it.
He
Ben
looks a lot
Affleck's
older.
nearly pushing
He's in
60.
his 50s. He's in his 50s, yeah, fair.
But
But
like,
he looks older. But
I do
it
think
doesn't
that-
really matter.
This is the kind of film where you could have got away with the ages, I think. You know.
Definitely.
But
I think Ben Affleck. I think Affleck is a great choice for that.
I like Affleck in his later years, I have to say.
Yeah.
I think
He's become a far better actor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it to Greg.
Oh my God! I
Chris,
knew.
Yeah.
Going the Grey Man would get you.
Yeah.
Damn it.
4-3.
I ain't
You
gonna
have to
win
win
this
the
one.
last two. You have to win the last two.
Ain't gonna happen. I don't think.
We have orange and white.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we go first? I'll let you choose. Who do you want to
You'd have to go white last, I'd say. You have to go orange here.
So we're going orange. We're going with Tim Roth.
Yeah. Is it me? Is it? Are you?
It's King.
Yeah, it's you.
Right. Funny enough, I found this one the hardest to recast.
Because I know it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I went with, again, I'd no backup on this one. I went with Tom Hiddleston. You know.
Ooh. Tom Hiddleston's a good choice.
Yeah, that's who I went with. So.
Didn't think of Tom Hiddleston.
Tough choice. I went someone a little bit different. I went with Rob Patterson.
Rob Patterson, not a bad choice. Okay.
I thought he'd fit that role quite well.
We all kind of went with kind of skinny white guys for this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Ted went with Nicholas Hoult.
That's a good show.
Yeah, it's a good show actually. Yeah, and he's English. Not that you hear Tom Roth as English, but that's that kind of fake American accent. If you get me.
True. I went with Ryan Gosling.
I had a look at Ryan Gosling. All right.
Okay.
I just didn't want to throw him and Evans in.
True.
I know. Yeah. Gosling's a good actor.
And that's all going down to the last. Giving that to you, King.
I'm surprised I won that one actually.
No, I like Tom Hiddleston for that role.
Yeah, he's very versatile. I know he's huge megastar and all, but in terms of an acting, he's very versatile. You know.
Very.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Even watching him just as Loki, the emotions that he goes through.
Yeah.
No one else will play.
That's where he's well known or most known. But yeah, no, I think Tom Hiddleston's ruled that role.
Oh, here we go.
We're down to Harvey Keitel. Greg, you don't have to. You don't need to lie. Are you sweating a little bit?
Nope.
Are you sweating?
No. I'm very, very happy with my pick here.
I'll let you know before you even choose what Ted went with. He went with Sam Rockwell.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm beginning to think Ted didn't watch this movie.
Do your homework, Ted, even though you're off.
Yeah.
So
right.
who was it? You? It's you, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. I'm going back to an old trusty here. Man's got me out of a few holes in the time. I'm going Josh Brolin here. I think he fits in absolutely perfectly.
Yeah.
That's quite top.
Brolin's a good pick. Brolin's a very good pick.
Very good pick.
So, that's pretty much, there's only one person that because he was my backup.
Balls.
There's only one person. So if King manages to choose the person that I've chosen, that's the only way that he's going to win. We've been on a good wavelength here.
All right, so my backups, I had two backups, and Bryan Cranston might be too old.
Wouldn't be good enough actor to do it.
No, I went with Brad Pitt as my backup, but the one I went for was probably, he's not been doing an awful lot in the last while. I went with Sean Penn.
Sean Penn. Not a bad shout. I'll never forgive him for winning the Oscar when Mickey Rourke should have won it.
Please don't hold that against him.
we all wanted to see Mickey Rourke win for the wrestler, didn't we?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, and he fully deserved to win. The Sean Penn's one was
For
brilliant
Milk.
as well.
Milk, yeah.
I think it was just the nature of the
Movie.
wrestler shouldn't have been a movie that won an Oscar.
True.
King.
Now, would I not be wrong here in saying that Sean Penn has come out and says that he doesn't want to act anymore, as he doesn't like it?
Will you just stop trying to?
I'm not holding that.
No, but did he not come out and say that, or am I mixing him up with somebody?
Mixing them up.
You could be mixing it up because
Nigel Benn, the boxer. That's what you're mixing them up. Okay.
I'll bend you over in a minute.
You're probably going to do that anyway with this next sentence out of Sherlock's mouth.
King, you've done it to yourself because I did go with
Brad Pitt.
a Tarantino favorite in Brad Pitt as
Oh,
my choice.
Would you believe, up until yesterday, Brad Pitt was my fucking first pick.
Oh, you did a Greg on it. You pulled a Greg.
I got it 4 times.
Oh, man. Fuck.
You pulled a Greg.
The champ holds
The
on.
champ retains. The champ retains.
Oh,
You're not stripping me out of this one, boys.
Oh, Greg, only you can explain how bad King feels right now.
fuck.
I've done it twice in one episode, and then I've done it in 3 other episodes as well.
Yeah.
And every time, I don't think it's worked for me once.
Oh, man. I was going really well. I really was.
You were so close. Is that the closest you've come to losing the title?
No, I drew with Ted.
Oh, you did draw. Sorry, yes. And you drew with me.
I drew with you.
That must have been
Yeah,
ages
that was
ago,
no-
Carl, was it?
No, 2
That
weeks
was
ago.
my first episode back.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Sorry.
Oh.
That was a good...
that was close, King. That was very close.
The cycle continues.
we need to get him off that throne, man. We really do.
Fucking no. I know.
I mean, that's 7 or 8 wins on the bounce now.
Something like that. You have the record anyway.
Oh, I've smashed the record.
Yeah.
So,
King
So,
3 times,
it'll
Sherlock
be-
once, Ted twice.
It'll be
6.
next week, and it'll be me going up against you. And it'll be Ted on the judge's seat.
and I have a week off. Yeah.
You do. So King, you have the choice of the movie for us though.
Okay, well,
What are we gonna do?
I really enjoyed watching the Tarantino film, so I'm gonna stick with Tarantino again, if that's okay with you boys. I'm sure Ted won't mind.
I have no problem. No problem
Okay.
at all.
Well, we're gonna
Just as we said, remember, Pulp Fiction is gone, so it's leaving just a few, and we're not going too new.
right. So we're gonna go with Kill Bill 1 and 2. So
No. This came up in conversation a while back,
yeah,
where we said we were going to do it, and we'd have to do it as 1 and 2.
so
So you can't not have the kill
You
squad.
have to recast them, yeah.
absolutely. So but look at that, boys.
That'll be a fun one.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I'd say Ted has this in the bag. I'd say he has it.
Well, Ted's a
Oh,
judge.
he's not. He's judging. Sorry, yeah.
Ted's
Sorry,
judge,
I'd say
man.
Carl has this.
Going
Carl
by
has
that
this in the
list that
bag.
he's
Going by that
Going
list
by
that
that-
he shows
going by-
already.
he
My lord.
does not.
Give him a bit of confidence in Ted. Come on.
Ted's not going to be happy watching this episode, is he?
He won't want his pigs
I
read
don't-
out again.
The only thing I can think of is he must have made a mistake with those two, with Rockwell and Evans.
Yeah.
Let's find out when we get off here. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, hope you all enjoyed that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know you all want it. You follow the lads there on the slab. You doing great things over there, and
Great shows coming up. Yeah, we've some really good
coming
shows.
back. Do you have any big guests or anything coming up with us?
There's a couple lined up. We can't mention any, but there's a big one hopefully coming the end of September.
Yeah.
Big one.
Beautiful. Well, keep your eyes and ears out for that, and we'll see you next week for Kill Bill.
Adios.